Sometimes we just need a night out to let loose and forget about our problems. We want to look great, but sometimes designer duds just aren't in the cards. But never fear, because we have some ways you can look your best on any budget. Before we revamp your closet, make sure you're subscribed to the taco and turn on your notifications. Now, let's get started.
If you like crafts and DIYs, check out our friends at Crafty Hackers. They have this awesome video about summer life hacks you can't miss. Click in the corner to watch the best summer hacks and DIYs. Make sure you check them out and be sure to leave them a like.
Go neutral. There's no denying that after Kim Kardashian met Kanye West, she majorly upgraded her once subpar style. You've probably noticed that she and her siblings are now spotted in neutral colors more often than not, and that's a look you can totally steal. Neutral colors look chic and sophisticated, and they're easy to pair with one another. Investing in pieces that match with everything else in your wardrobe is a cost-effective strategy that gives you more possible outfits. Sure, a little black dress is always appropriate, but you don't have to stick with monotone colors. Try mixing some ivory and white or gray and black. These combos are fashionable and flattering on most skin tones. Statement jewelry. Instead of splurging on a new dress, grab a piece of statement jewelry to stand out. A bold necklace or earring set can look great, and there are simple ways to make sure that your pieces don't look as cheap as they really were. If you can't afford real gemstones, stick with clear gemstones. Opaque baubles tend to look cheap and unrealistic. Choose slightly darker metals that are on the heavier side to avoid your jewelry looking fake and childlike. Try layering a few bold necklaces instead of going for one of those bold, clunky, and often gaudy statement necklaces. Upgrade your accessories carefully and you can upgrade your entire look. Rent it. Do you dream of being able to constantly purchase new pieces for your wardrobe, but it just isn't in your budget? Nowadays, you can actually rent clothing, and it's surprisingly affordable. Websites like renttherunway.com offer everything from simple cocktail dresses to black tie formal, and all the accessories you could ever want. If you want to turn heads for a special event, consider renting some pieces for a fraction of the price of buying your own. This is the best way to get a totally flexible wardrobe, and you won't even have to worry about dry cleaning. Makeup. One of the most fun parts of getting ready to go out is going glam with your makeup. Now is your chance to show off, and you don't need a full face of Sephora to do so. There are tons of low-cost drugstore dupes that will make you look like a makeup maven on your next night out. Make sure to prep your skin with a moisturizing primer to keep everything looking smooth and flawless. Grab some inexpensive brushes like the ones from e.l.f. to ensure proper coverage. Some bold red lips and subtle shimmer will have you looking and feeling like $1,000,000 in no time. T-shirts. It can be hard to find shirts to fit your shape exactly right. If you're someone with a surplus of cheap, baggy t-shirts that you only wear around the house, you're in luck. With just a pair of scissors, you can cut out interesting shapes, adjust sleeves, and do tons of interesting things to your shirts. Even cheap white undershirts can look fantastic with a little creativity and effort. Go to your local thrift store and grab a few shirts that catch your eye without worrying about fit. You can customize them at home to make them perfect for your next night out. If you have minor sewing skills, you can also add buttons and various other things to make your creations even more incredible. Ignoring trends. New fashion trends can be a ton of fun to indulge in, but they can also be detrimental to your budget. Trends generally cycle back around eventually, but it can be a long wait, and it's generally not a good investment. Instead of spending your money on what's hot right now, go for timeless pieces that look great on you, and will in the future as well. Right now, this is better advice than ever, since it seems like every celebrity and social media influencer is trying to sell us something. Instead of falling for advertising tactics, just try to shop for what you truly love and not just what is trendy for right now. Think ahead. If you're used to being a frugal fashionista, the thought of spending $100 on a single top can seem insane. But take a peek in your closet and count up how many $10 shirts from Target you have. Don't worry, you don't have to tell us how many you own. The point is that while it can seem scary to spend a lot of money on one item, it can be worth it if it's a quality item made to last that you can get a lot of use out of. Pick something that is classic, flattering, and can match with many different things. It's possible to get your money's worth out of items even if the upfront cost is a little high. Tailoring. One of the quickest ways to make even cheap clothes look expensive is for them to fit properly. Wearing ill-fitted clothes isn't flattering and can make even the most expensive outfit look bad. Keep in mind that if you're counting pennies, the more simple and less decorated a piece is, the cheaper it is to have it tailored. Most alterations are inexpensive and can be done relatively quickly. It can seem counterintuitive to spend additional money altering a garment you already bought, but it makes it look so much better. A couple quick stitches can make a flea market find look like a designer piece. Buttons. Sometimes paying attention to small details can majorly pay off. When we think of going out clothing, buttons generally aren't something we spend a lot of time on, but cheap plastic buttons can really stand out, and not in a good way. Fortunately, this couldn't be easier to fix. Hit up your local thrift store and find some pieces with some high-quality looking buttons. You can also find them online by viewing sites such as Etsy or eBay. You can even get ones made out of unique material like metal, bone, or mother of pearl. They're simple enough to sew on yourself, and they majorly upgrade your clothing. Keeping clean. Wearing clothing that looks worn out is guaranteed to make your whole outfit look less than fabulous. We know it hurts, but if a stain absolutely won't come out, you're going to have to say goodbye to that piece instead of just hoping nobody notices. Distressed pieces like ripped jeans can look cool and trendy, but they also fall apart faster because of the techniques used to get that look. They're not worth the investment, especially if you're working with a slim budget. Make your clothing last longer by spot cleaning your clothes instead of tossing them in the wash after every single wear, unless they're really gross. It sounds simple, but making sure your garments are stain and wrinkle-free goes a really long way. What are your favorite tips for getting ready on a budget? Share your ideas in the comment section and then hit subscribe and turn on your notifications for more from the taco. Bye for now!